Welcome to the Crossroads podcast, where we tell our story of love, loss, forgiveness, and family. I'm the little brother J.R. Glenn, joined as always by my big little sisters Val, Tonia, and Keisha. How y'all doing?
Hey,
What
hey,
up? What up?
hey, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. Now, today we are joined by a bevy of special guests, sprinkled all over the place. The entire crew is here. We've got our spouses and kids. Um, it's just, we got everybody together. Everybody say hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Um, since, of course, nobody knows y'all's voices, let's go around the room and introduce everybody. And yeah, let's fill the room up. Um, with me, I have my wife, Ladine.
Hi.
You- All right, so she don't know where she want to be. If she want to be on my mic or hers. So I'm trying to figure out what we're doing. So she just running around the room. But say hello, lady.
Hi.
But Daniel, my oldest son.
Hello.
Lincoln, my youngest son.
Hello.
He's so cool. He's just, yeah. All right. Val, introduce your family.
Absolutely. So, my husband, Tommy,
How you doing?
and my two children, say your names.
Josh.
Tori. Right.
All right. Tanya, introduce your crew.
Absolutely. Joined by my husband, Wayne,
All right.
my daughter, Deja,
Hi.
and Deja's son, my grandson, our grandson, Drew. Go say hi.
Hi, mommy.
Hi.
Keisha, introduce your crew.
I have the biggest crew of them all. Hello, everyone. This is Keisher and her crew. Hello, 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 hello. It is just I.
Oh man, yeah. So today we wanted to just get everybody involved, and I know y'all have heard everything that we've you know had to endure and shift in our lives and welcome. But it's only been from our perspective. So we felt that y'all might want to hear from some other perspectives and get some other voices involved. So we wrangled up everybody and they decided that they were going to bless y'all with their thoughts as well. So welcome to y'all. Thank y'all for listening. For everybody that's been supporting the show so far. You can find us on all your favorite podcast platforms. And we actually on time. We're a month after the last episode, so we didn't keep y'all waiting too long, and I hope y'all appreciate that because we appreciate y'all. So we want to I want to run through some questions, and anybody that's um, wants to speak up on it, feel free to jump in and just give your thoughts on it. So first question, I'm just going to throw it out there in the room. Um, so every everybody that has been involved from the beginning, did you know anything about the possibility of more family, or that you may have more aunts, uncles, and cousins, and your parent and or spouse had siblings out there that you didn't know about?
I can go
Okay,
first.
start calling names.
It's Deja. So I didn't know that there was a possibility. And so I think this is kind of leading into some other questions, but I kind of felt away when I found out because I was an adult with like kids. And I was like, why did I never know? Like, why didn't anybody ever say anything? So I remember like me and my dad having a side conversation. I was like, Dad, did you know? He was like, man, yeah. But I had no idea.
Okay.
I guess I'll follow up next.
Okay.
Oh, ask your question. Go ahead.
No, it's the same question.
Yeah, same question.
It's Josh, and yeah, I didn't know either until pretty much it was confirmed, I guess you could say. So I believe me and Deja were kind of in the same boat in the sense of when it was that we did find out. But I mean, at first it was probably shocked and just like kind of a loss for words, not really knowing, you know, how things would progress later on or going forward. But I'm glad we are going forward. I'm glad that, you know, we're able to see each other and, you know, spend time with each other and make up for that lost time.
Absolutely. Anybody else? Yeah. So, Deja, you said you felt a certain kind of way. What was your first reaction when you were told about the confirmation?
I don't like remember because it was more of a like nonchalant, like, okay, I guess it was. I don't remember my mom like telling me. Yeah, I don't like. I don't think I felt like excited or nervous. Like it was just like okay,
Okay.
but I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
And Jay, I'll just say it's probably indicative of how I felt,
Mm-hmm.
because until there was confirmation and an eye to eye that I put my eyes on Val. And I was like, there's no way that I can continue to deny and I've said before in podcasts, I didn't affirm or deny. I was just like, okay, whatever. And that's probably how I came across when I told my kids. It was okay, it's confirmation, but okay, and not really knowing how things are going to pan out.
All right. Yeah. So for the spouse for Tommy, Wayne, Ladine, did y'all have a sense of like need to protect your spouses, or what were your thoughts when you first knew that there was we were for sure?
You, lady.
You're on mute, lady.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Wait, go ahead, Wayne. You're gonna go?
yeah.
Go ahead.
I didn't see a need to protect. I knew it would work out the way it was supposed to, and it did work out in a great way. It just, you had to let people deal with stuff the way they deal with it, and it all works out, you know. And look at it now, you know. So a lot of times you have input and you say things, and then it turns out to be totally different. So you kind of got to just let things, you know, take its own course.
Right. Okay. Ladine?
Can you guys hear me? So for me, I guess I want to go back a little bit. When I found out, I was really kind of shocked, excited, but I feel like I had the conversation with Keisha before it was like years, way before it was ever confirmed that there was a possibility. And I think hearing that the first time with the conversation I had with Keisha, that was already shocking enough. So when it was confirmed, it wasn't, it just wasn't like shocking. It was like, let me find out, Pop, you know? But no, I didn't feel a need to protect at all. I was just really excited to meet the family, excited to meet Val, excited to have a niece and a nephew and another brother-in-law. And I was just excited for what was going to be created. I definitely didn't feel like a need to protect at all. JR pretty much manages his emotions in his way. So there wasn't anything that made me feel like who are these people? Like, it wasn't foreign. Do you know what I mean? And it wasn't like, okay, well, this is going to be a weird situation. It was very much like from a place of love. I think we all really give a lot of love. So it was just more like, yes, more people, let's get it. That's all it really was for me.
Cool. Tommy?
Well, straight up. Mine was protect. I felt like I needed to make sure that my wife and my children didn't get hurt. Period. I didn't know nobody. We had a lot of loss in our family. We was going through aunts and uncles was passed away. I had met Keisha. I had met her father. And we had talked. Me and the big man had talked. I had met Keisha. I never met Tonia. I've seen pictures of Tonia. Val had showed me pictures and stuff. And nobody was reaching out. And things was at Steadfast was just solid. I was good in my world. I felt my family was good. And I just didn't want to hurt. I didn't want her to reach out because I know how Val is. Val reaches out and she's loving, she's sweet and kind. My kids, they go right along with her down the street. She said, let's go down the street. They go down the street. And I'm like, well, if we go down the street, it's got to end up right. Otherwise, so I was in protect mode until I met you.
Right.
So I met y'all. It was a wrap.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm like, wow, these people here, this is good.
Yeah.
This is really good.
Yeah. And then that kind of led us to, where everybody got together on that first call. We decided to do a call similar to this, Christmas of 2022, where we got everybody together. What was, anybody jump in, what were your thoughts heading into that call and before we got on?
And just for clarity, oh, sorry, Val, you might be saying the same thing.
Right, yeah.
I'm sorry, Christmas 2020. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so it was Christmas 2020, and we got everybody together on a Zoom call. And anybody want to? I mean, we've already shared. If we want to, restate how we felt. But anybody jump in? How were you feeling leading up to that call?
I guess I'll go first. Just to rewind a little bit, I was also in the protective mind state like my dad was, but not necessarily, I don't know how it may come off, but it wasn't more so like anything negative. It was more so, like he said, just wanted to make sure that everything went easy, copacetic, because it was a big leap for everybody. I felt like, so I think that was kind of our standpoint on it. But to answer your question about the Zoom call, it was definitely a different feeling than it is now.
Right.
Nobody was going to I know in our house, I wasn't going to the Zoom call early, none of that. Like, why we have a Zoom call on Christmas, I don't know.
Right.
That was my viewpoint on it. And but I mean, just like anything else though, I feel like there were a little bit of nerves on my side. And but I mean, the Zoom call didn't give much clarification. It kind of just gave us like a little glimpse, I would say. Not a play on words or last names. But yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing we could confirm, like we always say, it was a lot of chinky eyes and high cheekbones. So
Right.
we knew that was the case. It's the one thing we could confirm. Yeah. Anybody else want to share how they felt leading up to that call?
Yes. I was very excited that they was from New York. All right? I was like, yes, I'm not the only one. They can understand my energy and feeling. Yes, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. But no, I think it was definitely a little nerve-wracking. I can always be a lot for some people sometimes. So I know that for me, it was just a little nerve wracking. I was definitely excited, like, hopefully they're going to receive me because, I know that I'm a lot, but hopefully they love me. And they did. And so I'm good. But it was a little nerve wracking. But at the same time, it's like once we saw their faces, it was like, oh my God, like I was crying. It was like, what's happening right now? The babies look just like Pop. Val, I actually didn't realize how much Val looked like Pop until afterward, and now it's just scary. But it was just like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I think it was such an overwhelming amount of emotions at once, but at the end of the day, it was definitely beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. It opened up so much, and and just kind of ease those nerves a little. I think that first call kind of did that a little bit. It provided more questions after that, but I answered a lot of questions too. Um, so what were your first impressions during the call, and then like how after you had a chance to kind of settle your feelings a little bit and settle your emotions? What were your first impressions? Um, did anything stand out to you during the call? Nothing. We just chilled through the call. Like, yeah, it was cool.
I will be. This is Deja. I don't remember the call. Like I remember doing it, but and like leading up to it, I kind of like Lady said, it was just kind of nerve wracking for me because I was like, why do we have to do this? Like I don't really see the need for it. I have stuff to do today. It's at 2:00. Why is it in the middle of the day? Like Josh said, why is it during Christmas? So I don't really remember. Like, I remember going downstairs and like saying hey, but I think that was it. So I think my first impressions came back like once my mom started opening up about it and like we started to embrace everybody as a family. I think then I was like, oh, okay, like that's my aunt and uncle, those are my cousins. Like then when they came down, it was like, okay, like get to finally put a face to like these people are real. So it just made it more real once we were face to face and saw each other. But I don't think my like impressions or like my feelings changed after the first call on Christmas.
So, Deja, our first picture together was June 2021 when I came down.
Yeah.
When I took a picture together, it was like insane how you look like you should have been my child.
Yeah, that's why you're like auntie twin now. Like it's crazy. Like the eyes, the complexion, everything. Identical.
Yeah.
At least I know I'm gonna look good when I turn 50.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was the thing that jumped out to me was just looking at the faces. Like, of course, Josh and that head got my head. And just his mannerisms, and of course, at the reunion, things like that. Like just looking at him, like this dude got all my mannerisms. And then like looking at him, seeing Pop in him, seeing Keisha and Tori, um, those things. And then it kind of hit me Christmas when we were all at the house together, and Deja was on the phone with one of her friends, and me and Tommy were talking to her, and she said, "Yeah, that's both of my Uncle Tommys." It kind of hit me. It's like, "Oh, I am her Uncle Tommy in name," but yeah, she's got two uncles. So it was, just cool to make those connections. And so, like, going through this process, what have been the most challenging times and the most rewarding times for anybody?
I can speak on the rewarding times. I love the family reunion, for one. It's been a while since I've been around that much family at once. So that was pretty big for me. And whether or not it was, not knowing who was there or having to introduce myself and stuff like that, like I didn't really have a problem with it. But I guess I just tried to soak that up as much as possible. And then secondly would probably be Thanksgiving this past year.
Yeah, Absolutely.
So like Tommy said, we lost a lot throughout the years. So to gain this big family and all this love is very exciting. And you shared with me because, Pop passed and then a couple months later, the confirmation comes in. So it was, I guess it's, full circle for all of us. We all gained.
Right. Yeah. Um, so at the reunion, hmm, at the reunion, what was it like? Because that was the first reunion we had without Pop. But it was also the first reunion we had with y'all. So it was definitely a bittersweet moment. But for me, like that sweetness kind of outweighed everything because when I looked around the room and of course it's um, like I said, tight eyes and cheekbones everywhere. Um, but to see, like, to look at Val and to see how comfortable you felt, like it was good to me. How was y'all's feeling? Did like leading up to the reunion, did it kind of ease anything, or were you feeling kind of apprehensive as far as when you were headed there?
Well, I know one thing. My family was not doing a skit. They were like, no way.
Not the first time.
First time.
Not the first time.
Right, Toon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so just a little background on that. At the reunions, there's always a talent show. And so Tommy's kids are typically going to be in it in some form or fashion. And so we brought the idea of doing a skit, like a collective skit with the family. And after we start hearing crickets and nobody was chiming in, we decided we'd just reach out like, do y'all even want to do this? It's like, nope, I'm out, nope, peace. So, which is so understandable, right? Because it's like, it's your first reunion. We're like, now get on the stage,
Right.
like in front of these people you don't know. So just wanted to give a little context to that. So completely understood.
So throughout this process, I know like we talked about like specific moments, but what have you learned? What have been your teaching points through all this? And Lincoln, Ladani, y'all welcome to join in anytime y'all want to.
AKA now.
All right.
Smiling, said about that.
Still nothing. Can't shut you up all day. But okay.
Can you repeat the question?
What have you learned through this process? Like what has been your teaching moments through this?
It's definitely like helped me adjust faster because like at the start of it, especially like going back to getting on the call in 2020, it's always felt that feeling of like awkwardness and it was gonna be weird and like learning a whole new side of the family. But as soon as we got together in the beach house and the family reunion came around, that kind of went away and it's got comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. Ladani?
I would say it made me feel more comfortable like with my own decisions. Like for example, hearing things that like Tori and Josh would do, good or bad, it just made me feel like, oh, okay. Like if I were to do something bad and everybody's gonna know about it, I'm like, dang, it would be me. But hearing other people like act out or anything like that, it was like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one. It was comforting
Tori,
to
Josh, what y'all done did?
I'm gonna say,
Right, he threw y'all all the way under the
called
bus.
the Dadian right after the call. Like,
I'm trying to speak as broad as possible.
Well, here's a word for the wise. Don't ever rob a bank with your cousin because he gonna tell on you. Jesus Christ, man.
Broad as possible.
Yeah.
Man, that is hilarious.
Oh,
Master
man.
of the
Well,
speak, Jay.
I wanted to answer the other question. The other one, what was the other one with the rewarding of the
What was most challenging and most rewarding?
um so for me, I think the most, I don't want to say challenging, I just I guess maybe more disappointing was that I would have loved to be a part of Tori and Josh's lives so much earlier. And I think that was, oh God, I'm going to start crying. And I think that was the part that was very, yeah, it was definitely disappointing. Okay, we can say it was very challenging. But I just think it's beautiful that we get to have and create so many more memories. But, and the rewarding is the amount of love that comes from them, you know, the our beautiful white family. And I just I think rewarding is, for me, more love is always more rewarding. But then to be able to have another brother-in-law, to have another sister-in-law, to have a new niece and nephew, like all of those are definitely rewarding. And then just being able to have more family around the table. And even though I haven't been able to join in any of the lovely family dinners that we need to have, um, or that have been had, it's just great to even know that it's a possibility and it's there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with that, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, JR. I didn't see no challenges neither. All I seen was rewards from the moment. Once I met y'all, met the family, it's just been rewarding. It hasn't really been no challenges because to be around like Wayne, to be around big men. When I came down there and met the family at the family reunion, it was so many strong, big men that I was like, wow, this is awesome. You know, the time I spend with Wayne, the time I spend with you, it's just, and the love, you know, it's really, really good. The food, man, you know, it's just been a blast. I mean, I'm with my son. Thanksgiving, I haven't had a Thanksgiving like that in a while because, like we said, a lot of our family up here passed away. So when they came and the way we just sat and felt so comfortable that when y'all was leaving, I was like, already? And I have never already a person. I'm like, yeah, that's bro. You know what I mean? Get to your career nuggets. I got you. You know? But I'll be honest with you, y'all, I was like, wow, y'all going already? You ain't waiting till later on in the day? You know, and the one challenge I did have was trying to keep up with Wayne on that move.
Keep up with Wayne on what?
That move. Moonshine. Boy.
Good luck with that.
That's Mission
My brother.
That's Mission Impossible.
Oh, wow. Just
I'm so glad we're laughing now because lately you got me when you start talking about my children. I remember when we spent Christmas together and the kids, it just worked out that way. Like it was like in twos. Twos would cook one day, twos would clean, and just watching all the children together. And that's what really hurt me at that time. Like, wow, why did I wait so long? I didn't think of the bigger picture. You know, I was just thinking of myself, not thinking about, you know, I got a niece, I got a nephew, I got three nephews. And like that piece, just watching them all together made me truly realize how much I miss, even though I feel so blessed now. But yeah, I totally feel you, lady. That's where I was as well.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge for me was acknowledging and being able to speak out loud how much it hurt and bothered that we did miss time without feeling like you stepping on toes or hurting on feelings, hurting feelings, and feel like, like I got to protect Pop in a certain way, like, and not to say that not put it in ways that it's not his fault, it's nobody's fault. But acknowledge that, yeah, we missed time and it hurt, but also acknowledge that we got what we got now. So that was the biggest challenge for me, because I didn't want, um, you know, you kind of want to feel like you're not hurting anybody, you're not speaking bad on anybody, but still being truthful. That was the biggest challenge for me. And of course, the biggest reward is, um, yeah, um, seeing, with Josh and Tori, um, seeing them at this moment, especially being this is a critical moment in life, period, when you're crossing that threshold into adulthood. So to be able to witness that is a blessing. Um, and, to be able to have a brother-in-law who's got like $500 million in gold bars.
That's another episode, man. That's another episode.
It's an inside joke.
Right there.
But it's an inside joke. But yeah, man, to be able to have a brother-in-law, just another, like you said, like another man, that I can relate to, and that's loving. And like I said, when, times when, just to see your faces in times where I needed to see your faces, it was a blessing. So, those are always, good things. And I miss y'all, man. I love y'all.
Yeah, well, you too. Let's see it.
No question. I will know it's a challenge. Well, it is. The part that me and Tom was pretty tight. And the fact that he ain't get to enjoy this, how well we connected, how easy it was. And that's kind of tough.
Yeah.
But the reward is, this is how he wanted it. He would love this, So that's and it's hard to find somebody that think and is into the type things that I'm into, So they get up, meet Tommy. I'm talking about big Tommy now. And then, I've always been the tallest. That was a challenge. It's hard to handle that now. I ain't used to not being the tallest now. That's kind of rough, but I'm working through it.
Don't worry, he ain't the tallest either.
Whoa!
Oh!
He ain't gonna be in the next chat.
Y'all ready right now? And that's what I love about him, because he loves his height. Like, he'll just walk up behind me or stand beside me for no reason. I'm like, wow.
He thinks somebody checking him. Nobody checking him. I'm walking to go to the fridge.
Ain't nobody think about that. Yeah. Oh man. So what is so we'll go around the room. So everybody give an answer on this one. What's been the thing you're looking most forward to? And it can be one or it can be many. We'll start with Val. We'll start with you.
What I'm looking forward to?
Yes, one thing you're most looking forward to.
I'm not really, to be honest. If I have to look forward to anything, it's next time I'm going to see everyone. I don't have no anxiety anymore. It's just when I'm going to see my peeps, when I'm going to see my family. It's organic. That's who you are to me now. It's not like, oh, I wonder if my sister-in-law going to like me or my nephew. No, you don't got to like me. You better love me, though. That's it, because I'm family. I ain't going nowhere. Right. So that's where I'm at now. We family.
Absolutely. Tori, Nisa Poo, what are you most looking forward to?
I don't know. I'm not really looking up to anything. Maybe just the next time seeing y'all.
Absolutely. Josh?
I think being at the age that I am now, when I was introducing everything, I never really thought about it until, it set on my mind for a little bit. But just the inclusion going forward, I think making an adjustment for us, like not to say any, it's just a different adjustment. I think both adjustments. For you guys, it's like 4 of us.
Right.
Right. So it's like that's more so what I'm looking forward to as far as like meeting up and stuff and things of that nature. And just going forward with the inclusion, whether that be, big weddings or whatever the case may be going down the line. I look forward to having you guys there and things of that nature.
No doubt. Tommy?
Hold on. Is
When
Josh
we gonna
trying
get
to tell
together?
us something?
No, I'm single.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Okay, I was just,
Don't do that.
I just didn't want it to go past anyone else. I just wanted to say that.
I wasn't trying to like give LaDania more talking points on stuff that Josh done did. So I was gonna let it slide. Yeah. Tommy?
Don't worry, LaDania tell us later.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what my son did. I want to know what it is. For me, it's easy, man. Just where we gonna get together. Where we gonna sit, talk. When I'm gonna see you and Wayne. It's just about getting together. Where I can harass my little nephews, bust up the little one, see chocolate. We're gonna see y'all. That's all it is.
No doubt. Keisha?
I mean, I guess I could say more of the same, really. I would say just in enhancing the relationships, and giving more energy towards that because there's just so much, right? It's like we had all those years. I don't like to look at time as like wasted. It's never wasted. It's just what it was. But there's just so much juice that is there. And right now, how I feel like I've experienced it is like when we are together, but there's so much time in between those times, right? So it's always good when we're together, but really looking to be more intentional about making those connections in between the time. Because I love y'all. It's so good.
Yeah.
Tonia?
Ditto, 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 ditto. But I look forward to every next encounter. Like our Tuesday morning calls, I look so forward to it. And every time we connect, we always learn something different, something new. And so, yes, I'm definitely looking for the time when all of us come together, but whatever that next encounter is, I'm always looking forward to.
No doubt. Wayne?
Oh yeah. Yeah, just getting together and hanging out, back in the yard,
Right. Right. Dato?
Sorry. Yes, I agree. I'm looking forward to all of that. But also like just being a child, like my mom's child, just like hearing more of the story. So I think we had a good time at Thanksgiving last year, and we were like all sitting at the bar in New Jersey and just kind of like hearing the story, but then it became so filled with emotion that I feel like a lot of pieces were like we didn't get to, or like, oh, I have a question about this, or oh, I want to know that. So I think that's my biggest thing. And then also just like building relationships with my little cousins, because they're my big little cousins, like you said earlier, but just like building those relationships, and even though we're so far in distance, being able to function as first cousins.
No doubt. Ladine?
Well, I really cannot wait for Val and Tommy to cook for me.
You know what we want? We want your rice. Can you put that in the mail, please?
What did you say?
Can you please put some of your rice in the
I know that's right.
Everybody wants the rice.
I definitely cannot wait to come to Jersey and to visit. But yeah, of course, us all being able to be together and just to create more. That's what I can't wait for.
LaDania?
I'm excited to be more involved with like the organization of everything. Like I feel it's gonna be a bonding experience to have to work with my cousins, like to organize family reunion things, to organize meetups, anything like that. It's stuff like this. I'm gonna eventually have to organize stuff like this. I feel like it's gonna be exciting to do that.
Nice.
Very cool.
I love that. Yes, thank
Yeah.
Yeah, next generation.
All right. Lincoln?
I'm just excited to try new things like whole family, like especially like going from the family reunion, like in the cabins. And really the family reunion, that's the most thing that I'm excited about. I'm looking forward to because those are the best family gatherings, like good times, everybody just in a good spirit most of the time, and it's just good energy a lot of the time.
No doubt. Yeah, and for me, yeah, I'm just looking forward to just creating memories, man. It's like I said, it's such a good thing to, like you said, to get past that anxious stage, and that, like Val says, it's just about creating memories now, and I can't wait, man. I don't know. I just look forward to seeing and everybody being together because it's always like just it's wholesome, and I love family time anyway. But and this is always so much fun, and it's always a lot of food. So I'm happy. So yeah, a lot of good food. This is the one thing we can all do is throw down in the kitchen, no doubt. But yeah, we coming up on it. Coming up on an hour. Anybody got anything to add? Okay. Thank y'all for joining us. This is, like I said, this is not just our story, it's y'all story too. So we want to make sure that we got an opportunity for everybody's voices to be heard, and give our listeners an opportunity to hear everybody's side of it. So the story continues. And Ladine, you say you got something to add? What you got to say?
Yeah, I think for me the most interesting part of all of this is hearing everyone else's perspectives and hearing all the little bits of what this uncle might have to say or this aunt might have to say, or just the cousins and the family and just everyone's perspectives and opinions. Of course, all of it being from a place of love, but just being able to get more pieces from everyone and just to hear like, sitting at the family reunion and one of the aunts sitting next to me going, "Oh my goodness, you look just like Tommy," and "Oh my goodness, the kids look just like Tommy." And just, it's so, it's just so beautiful. I'm trying to think of the word to put for it. But it's just great to be able to experience all of it. I think every little piece that we get when we're with each other, just learning more about each other, because there's so much more we get to learn and know within every interaction. So it's just I'm very grateful for this experience. I'm so incredibly happy that, well, to have you guys, to have you a part of the family, to have you here. Like it's amazing that this has happened. And even though I know, of course, I said I would have loved to be a part of everyone's lives a lot earlier. I always believe that everything happens exactly on time. And so I think it's beautifully aligned exactly the way it needs to be. So love you guys.
Love you back.
Yes, sister-in-law. I just want to add to that. Thank you so much for that because your heart is so big and it's beautiful. And thank you. To you mentioned about perspectives, and I think one of the things I think we can actually really be intentional about moving forward is that we continue to include the kids in the things that we keep learning, because they know what they know, but we have calls every Tuesday, right? So things may come up, or as we keep learning from other members of our family, whatever new information we learn, so that it continues to funnel down to them, so that it doesn't get stuck with us. So I think that will allow for them to expand as well into their perspective and their, to be included in all of it. So just wanted to add that little piece.
Like Drew getting a haircut. That should have been spoken about.
Right.
Right.
Right. He feels some kind of way. Right.
Well, Keisha, at least you no longer the last to know about everything.
That's right. That is a good thing. Y'all know I was always the last one to know. Welcome to the club, Josh.
Right. Well, cool. And this has been great. Again, thank y'all for joining us. And this is an open invitation. So anybody ever want to just jump on, we try to do it, once a month. So anybody just want to jump on and speak some words to us, or say hello, or tell on some people, whatever you want to do, feel free to join us.
That would be you, LaDania.
Yeah, right.
So
I would say no names.
What you told him?
Oh man, well, it's been great. Again, y'all, we are you can find us on all your favorite podcast platforms. Check out the website at defylife.co, and you can also find the merch. We got our Crossroads t-shirts now, so you'll be seeing us in those soon, and you can go get those at defylifegear.com. But yeah, check out all the other shows we got on the network. We love y'all, and until we speak to y'all again, take care of yourselves. Defy Life. We love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Take care, everyone.
And we're working on that blinged out Crossroads t-shirt, coming to you soon.
Sponsored by Tonia and Val.
That's right.
Let's stop there.
That's
And
right.
only
It's coming.
them.
Limited edition.